Hey Sonnies and Shares, and welcome to yet another roller coaster we call the Tube, and that's what's on tonight. Facebook went shopping again. Who did they buy and how much did it cost this time? HTC smartphones are really trying to get noticed. A Vine star duo, they get a record deal. An amazing nostalgic comeback of the Nokia classic 3310, the social watch, and more. But let's start with the Ezra Coin. The what? You'll see in a sec. Something rather big is going to happen in Israel tonight. It's called Ezra Coin. Last Monday night, the entrepreneurs behind Ezra Coin have announced on the local channel 10, now on your screen, that Israel's first virtual currency is going live, and it's happening at midnight tonight. Ezra Coin is based on a similar architecture as the Aurora, the Icelandic digital coin. 10% of the currency will go directly to citizens and businesses in Israel. The idea behind the currency is to make a coin that will be out of the big bank's reach. Its developers come from a background in the social movement that swept the streets of Tel Aviv in 2011. I want digital money. That's what I want. Good luck. And now, this thing where big tech companies are just buying everything they see is getting a little out of hand, if you ask me. I mean, Facebook has just announced that it's buying Oculus Rift for $2 billion. Seriously. Now, if you can remember what Oculus Rift is, try to remember when everybody was excited about this very small company trying to reinvent virtual reality glasses with their very successful Kickstarter campaign. Well, it's those guys. Since then, Rift has been one of the more promising companies out there, with many pundits hailing their technology. That is all going to change though. Mobile is the platform of today, and now we're also getting ready for the platforms of tomorrow. Facebook founder and CEO Mark Zuckerberg said Oculus has the chance to create the most social platform ever and change the way we work, play, and communicate. What the hell is he talking about? To understand what the hell is he talking about, we have ZDNet correspondent Niv Lilian on the line. Hello, Niv.
Hi, Jason. How are you?
So, what the hell is he talking about?
What the hell is he talking about? Basically, Facebook just bought Oculus. For those of viewers that are not familiar with Oculus, Oculus creates a virtual reality helmet, which is supposed to be a very high quality virtual reality helmet that creates a rather realistic image and environment in which the user is engulfed and immersed.
What can Facebook find in a company such as Oculus Rift? I mean, what to a social platform and virtual reality?
Okay, actually, you were not the only person to ask that kind of question. A lot of people ask that question, and basically, you should let your imagination flow, because let's assume that Facebook now creates a virtual platform in which you will be able to see your friends and interact with them in a 3D world instead of just a 2D blue and white screen.
Okay, well, because I think of Facebook as a site that is a social platform, but I'm trying to understand what you're saying. Whether it's going to be Facebook in a 3D world, or is Facebook seeing itself as more than just a social platform? Do they want to be the next step in gaming, for example?
Well, Facebook basically is looking for social interactions, any sort and any kind of social interaction. And as you might as well know, Facebook recently has been in a buying frenzy. They bought Instagram, they bought WhatsApp, they bought a lot of companies that actually make sense that the company like Facebook would buy, but they also bought companies like Facebook and like the Israeli Face.com and recently Oculus. Basically, what Facebook is doing, they are acquiring all sorts of technologies. Some of them are complementary to their main business, and I guess that Facebook is trying to be a tech company and trying to expand its core business of social interaction into new fields. And in some way, I think they are trying to give Google a fight as an innovation technology company.
Can you understand the rage against Oculus by their supporters?
Yes, I can totally understand the rage. You must remember that Oculus began as a crowdfunding project, and it's kind of became the industry's Cinderella. It's being courted by a lot of companies. Basically, because they have a very good product, and some of the gaming gurus like John Carmack and others expressed a very good confidence in their product, which apparently is supposed to be a very good virtual reality product. And a lot of gamers were expecting Oculus to continue on its original course to create a very good and affordable VR experience. And suddenly being bought by, let's say, a mindless giant like Facebook, which basically, other than online games, has nothing to do with gaming, is certainly raising suspicion that the people of Oculus will lose their blood first, as one of the commenters in their blog said, and they will stop investing energy in creating the best virtual reality experience that they create, which was their original goal. So yes, you can understand why their original supporters are intimidated by this acquisition.
Could this be the beginning of the age of virtual reality ads?
Excuse me?
Could this be the beginning of the age of virtual reality ads, advertisements?
Yes, definitely. You can already see that the large brands are advertising inside games. For example, in games like FIFA and others, you can see advertisements of large brands advertising within games. The hero itself can go around or walk in the street and stumble upon virtual signs that are signs of real world companies. So yes, definitely. I think that in some phase in the future, I believe that Facebook will try to create revenue out of 3D virtual reality advertising. Yes, that's a very possible assumption.
Okay, thank you very much. Goodbye. And now, HTC makes great smartphones, but you don't hear about it as much as Samsung's Galaxy or Apple's iPhone, and that's too bad. HTC hopes to change that with its new HTC One M8 phone, not the catchiest name, guys, which is being released just a day after it was announced. HTC is highlighting its dual camera photo and video powers, as well as the new motion launch gestures control for enabling certain features on the phone without activating or even touching the screen. Another highlight for power users is the extreme power saving mode, which offers up to 14 days of standby operation by limiting features to only the essentials, like receiving incoming calls, text messages, and emails. It's also the best looking phone out there. Now, let's hope people will notice it, because HTC still haven't found its market yet, and that's a shame if you ask us. And on the other side of our last segment, are you sick and tired of all those smartphones? Why not go on to the classic 3310 by Nokia? Remember it? Well, the classic phone that brought us all phone books and the game Snake. Yay! Well, that's back. Luckily, a French company specializes in vintage tech gadgets is reviving one of the phones that redefined the phone business before it was made into the smartphone business in cooperation with Nokia. It's classy, it's sexy, and it has Snake on it. What more do we need? After not finding any kind of success with their Lumia line of smartphones, perhaps Nokia is hoping that 3310 will make us miss the past so much we'll just forget about the present. Let us use this opportunity for another glimpse at the classic episode of Will It Blend?
Some believe it's the toughest thing known to man, able to withstand Thor's hammer or survive a roundhouse kick from Chuck Norris. So let's see if it holds up to a BlendTec Total Blender. I'll throw in my Precious and press the Fires of Mount Doom button. All talk, no play smoke. Don't breathe this. Ooh. So there you have it.
What? Okay, weird dude. Powder made of a phone. And now, have you ever watched an episode of the American version of The Office and thought to yourself, that's like a time machine? Well, if not, somebody did. His name is Joey Sabia, and he made The Office into a very impressive time machine. All you need to do is go to his website, theofficetimemachine.com, choose the year, and you will get every single reference to that year in the sitcom. Here it is, for example, 1985.
Everywhere I look, it's Betty White this and Betty White that.
This is Mike Tyson.
He's supporting about 20 Nigerian princesses.
Hey.
You know, I thought this was an office, not the Thunderdome.
Alan Thicke.
It's the Ford Taurus situation.
Nerds. I'm eating Jim. Happy Pancha Ganapati.
I can put on lipstick the way Molly Ringwald does on The Breakfast Club.
Who are you, Larry King?
To be adored. NutraSweet.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Something bad happens, like we block Minesweeper.
It's like Farm Aid.
Corel Painter. Golden Girls.
She's a female Boris Becker.
I was thinking about getting Back to the Future.
We could do Back to the Future.
If you're expecting a fax today, please don't yell out Michael J. Fax from Facts to the Future.
Puby Lewis in the news.
Yep, Sabia made the monumental project to advocate for copyright reform and highlight the importance of fair use in protecting creators and their art. To prove culture is not only everywhere, but that certain references to film, songs, and works of art are critical for our collective understanding of comedy and to the importance of relating to content, wrote Sabia. Go to theofficetimemachine.com and be amazed. It's also for a good, important cause. And now, Vine is filled with plenty of musical parodies and questionable covers, but is it possible to actually express genuine musical ability in a 6-second video? Yes, it is. And it's even possible to land a record deal. The folk duo Us, husband and wife Michael and Carissa Rea Alvarado, are now the first musical act to land a record deal from Vine. On March 18th, the couple signed with Republic Records. According to Billboard, last fall, they started doing 6-second covers of artists like Pharrell Williams, Drake, and Selena Gomez on Vine. They now have more than 2 million followers. Wait for their album coming next month. Now, check him out.
Wanna know why we're singing this happy song? Check it out on Billboard.com.
They stare at me while I crave you.
Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team here. Ooh, ooh, this is gonna be the best day of my be on the floor.
Till my eyes will see only you. City never sleeps at night.
It's time to begin, isn't it? Because I'm happy.
Clapping now, keep your feel like happiness is the truth.
That's like one big teaser of something. You want to hear them do the whole thing, but they don't ever do them, and then they let a record company and you want to hear their whole thing. Kind of clever. And now, Game of Thrones is coming back into our lives next week. And it's time to go out and sing for our good fortune. Musical is coming.
I see the faces of slaves. I free you. Take off your collars. No one will stop you. But if you stay, it will be as brothers and sisters, as husbands and wives. I am the dragon's daughter, and I swear to you that those who would harm you will die screaming. I am the dragon's daughter. You shall have a golden crown, men shall tremble to behold. And I swear to you, I am the dragon's daughter.
When winter does come, God's help us all if we're not ready.
I am the dragon daughter. By the way, this whole thing was made by auto-tune. That's a real speech, real text that she says in the show. And it was auto-tune and became a musical. And Khaleesi auto-tune reminds me of Madonna dressing up as Khaleesi for Purim. check out that image. We'll put it on our Tumblr. And that's it. This show is over. Another day in this weird life that goes by is over as well. Log to our Twitter and our Tumblr. Yes, it's the Tube24. And always remember what Cher had to say. A girl can wait for the right man to come along, but in the meantime, that still doesn't mean she can't have a wonderful time with all the wrong ones. Cher. Bye.